about the long run. You need to do it slow enough. By slow enough, I'm going to say, based on our research, that you need to run the long ones at least 2 minutes per mile slower than you are currently able to run in the marathon itself. Well, how do you know that? Well, we have designed a method to determine that, and it's called the Magic Mile. It's a time trial that's done regularly throughout our training schedule, and it's been uncannily accurate in being able to predict current potential in both the marathon, the half marathon, even the 10K and the 5K. We have tens of thousands of performances that we've put into the database and crunched the numbers to see how much people slow down when they go from this 1 mile time trial on up to a marathon or a half marathon. And what we've discovered is that there's a 30% slowdown in going up to the marathon, a 20% slowdown in the half marathon. But in setting the pace that is a relatively safe pace for the marathon training, we use the predicted marathon time and add 2 minutes to that. I'll give you an example. Let's say that after 3 or 4 Magic Mile time trials, your best Magic Mile time is 10 minutes per mile. You multiply 10 by 1.3 to see what a 30% slowdown is, and so that person that ran 10 minutes flat on the Magic Mile could be predicted as an all-out potential to run 13 minutes per mile on the marathon, and the safe pace for a long run is 2 minutes slower, so that person should be running no faster than 15 minutes per mile. Now, there is no penalty in going slower than that slow pace. But if you run faster than that, you will risk injury, because running faster than that slow training pace has been cited in numerous surveys as the leading cause of injuries in marathon or half marathon training program. And the other major reason that I cite for running slower is that the Kenyans do it. I was at a marathon in Albany, Georgia 3 years ago now, and gave my talk at the Pasadena, and then a young Kenyan came on, a fellow who runs about 5 minutes per mile in his marathons. Now, he didn't have a clue who I was, and that was absolutely fine, but it allowed me to have a little fun with him. I explained that I had been in the Olympics back when the ancient Greeks ran in the Olympics, and that during that era I had met some of his compatriots from Kenya and had enjoyed running with them on short runs, but I couldn't run with them on long runs. Why? They ran too slow. These were folks also who ran about 5 minutes per mile in their marathons, but they would start their long runs at 10 minutes per mile, twice that pace. Well, in my male ego and testosterone years of my 20s, that seemed to me too slow. Now, I didn't compute the fact that these Kenyans were whipping my butt in races, but that was just being picky, right? So anyway, I asked this young Kenyan how fast he ran on his long runs. And he said, well, I'll give you an example. He said that about 3 to 4 weeks before he ran an all-out marathon, that he would run his last long training run, a 28-miler, and he would run no faster than 4 hours. Crunch the numbers, it's 8:30 per mile. So here's a Kenyan running 3.5 minutes per mile, not 2 minutes per mile slower. I've now interviewed more than 20 elite Kenyan athletes. More than 75% of them run between 3 and 4 minutes per mile slower on their training runs than they do in their race. And that's a dirty little secret that it used to be the Kenyans only knew, and now you do. And the secret is that you get all of the endurance out of a long run, and it does not matter how slow you go, and it does not matter how many walk breaks you take. Same endurance. But the faster you go, the more tuckered out you get, and the harder it is to recover, and the less likely it is that you're going to be able to do the hard work that you want to get yourself ready to run faster if you want to run faster. And the Kenyans recover extremely fast, and that's what their really slow runs allow them to do. So all of these rules relate to a single principle, and that is if you take control over your destiny by following these conservative rules, then you're the one that's passing people at the end feeling great and enjoying the whole process. Because the empowerment you get from finishing a marathon is the same, and I hear this not only from others that have run varying paces in marathons, and they say that the accomplishment and achievement is the same. I've now finished, as of a week ago on Sunday, I've now finished 156 marathons. And I will tell you that I have gotten the same achievement and sense of accomplishment out of the one that I ran in 2:16, which was my PR in the Houston Marathon. And when I ran with my 75-year-old father in the 1996 Boston Marathon in 6 hours, 59 minutes, and 48 seconds. And I'll tell you, as a side note, he told a lot of people after that marathon that he would have run a lot faster if I hadn't been with him. And I'll tell you, I never disagreed with him on that or contradicted him. And I'll also tell you that my 2:16 marathon took me about 3 months to recover from. It took me about 3 hours to recover from the run I did with my father. And I still got 26 miles worth of endurance. So if you take control over your destiny, you have a whole lot to look forward to. One of the other things that I didn't fully articulate was the magic mile. And I want you to understand that you should not run all out on your first magic mile. All you want to do is run the mile to get a time. And then on each successive magic mile, your mission is simply to beat the time that you ran on the first one. And you'll find yourself doing this because you teach yourself how to pace and how to get out of yourself what you can do for a mile. And at the end of 3 or 4 of these, you will have a very good predictor as to your current all-out potential in the race of your choice.